pose against them. So when I fight this guy, it's all he was a nobody. When I fight this guy, all he was washed. When I fight this guy, it's an excuse, you know. So who you want me to fight? I beat this guy, it's an excuse. I beat this guy, you know, he's too young or whatever.
Terence Crawford has sent shockwaves through the entire boxing world after announcing his retirement in one of the most emotional farewells the sport has seen in years. What he revealed in his goodbye message left fans stunned and genuinely heartbroken. The undefeated champion didn't quietly fade away. Instead, Crawford released a powerful 6-minute YouTube video where his voice cracked repeatedly as he explained why he's stepping away at 38 years old, immediately after securing what many consider the greatest win of the modern boxing era. Fighting through visible emotion, Crawford made it clear he has nothing left to prove, and that walking away on his own terms mattered more than chasing another payday or collecting another belt.
I'm never really going to give my full respect until afterwards. Yes, you know, it's a lot of people that's changing their narrative. Like, man, y'all watching something great right now, and we not appreciating it. And it's sad to say that we waking up at the tail end of his career.
On Tuesday evening, Crawford followed up with a simple but impactful social media post that read, "Walking away as a great with nothing else left to prove. #CrawfordEra." The announcement quickly went viral, racking up millions of views across platforms as fans flooded the comments with equal parts respect and disbelief. Many praised him for leaving the sport at the top, while others struggled to accept that one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters of all time might truly be done. Still, the sudden timing raised eyebrows, and Crawford's full statement revealed layers behind the decision that few expected. And just as emotions peaked, Jake Paul entered the conversation with comments that added a fresh wave of controversy.
I'm gonna put a dent in his career a bit.
Terence Crawford announced his retirement from boxing today. What do you make of that, Jake Paul?
I think it's cap. I don't think he's actually retiring, but it's a smart move by him.
According to people close to the situation, Jake Paul reportedly brushed off Crawford's retirement during a Miami Open workout session, suggesting it was nothing more than a negotiation tactic. Paul allegedly told reporters, "He's not retired, bro. We've seen this a million times in boxing. He's just got everyone talking about him." Smart move by Terence. The comments raised eyebrows, especially since rumors surfaced weeks earlier that Crawford's team had been approached about a potential mega fight with Paul worth tens of millions. Many believe Paul is frustrated that Crawford stepped away before serious talks could begin, and his dismissive tone may simply reflect missing out on one of the biggest crossover fights boxing could have seen.
Out of retirement, and you're going to face Terence Bud Crawford?
I'll fight Crawford 100% next year. He already was down this year, but we're going to make it happen next year.
Final message for all the Jake Paul fans out there worldwide.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support always.
The boxing world has remained divided since Crawford's dominant victory over Canelo Alvarez in September, a fight many believed would lead directly to a historic rematch. That second bout was expected to be the biggest payday of both fighters' careers. But Crawford clearly saw things differently. In hindsight, he had been quietly hinting at retirement for months, though most fans ignored it, assuming it was standard fighter talk. In his emotional YouTube announcement, Crawford finally admitted the truth, opening up about the mental and physical toll of remaining undefeated for 17 straight years at the elite level.
Walking away like this is rare. Terence Crawford just retired 42-0, and honestly, that's how you do it. No chasing checks, no hanging around too long, no letting the game humble you on the way out. He leaves as the only boxer in the 4-belt era to become undisputed in 3 weight classes, something we may not see for a very long time. And he put the final stamp on it.
Every fighter knows this moment will come. You just never know when, Crawford said. "I spent my whole life chasing something. Not belts, not money, not headlines. But that feeling when the world doubts you and you keep proving them wrong." He continued with words that resonated deeply. "This sport gave me everything. I fought for my family. I fought for my city. I fought for the kid I used to be, the one with nothing but a dream and a pair of gloves. And I did it my way." Those words hit even harder knowing Crawford is actually following through by walking away at the absolute peak of his powers, something very few fighters ever manage. Analysts also believe a controversial incident just weeks earlier played a major role. The WBC had stripped Crawford of his super middleweight title after he allegedly refused to pay a $300,000 sanctioning fee.
just a few months ago. What I respect most is that Crawford knew to stop, and a lot of greats don't. They convince themselves that there's one more fight left, and usually that's when the story changes. Crawford even said it himself, "I'm done fighting because I want a different kind of battle, the one where you walk away on your own terms." That line says everything. Undefeated.
Sources say that situation left Crawford deeply frustrated with the politics and business side of boxing, possibly becoming the final push toward retirement. The most emotional moment came when Crawford explained what walking away truly means to him. His voice reportedly trembled as he said, "I'm stepping away not because I'm done fighting, but because I've won a different kind of battle, the one where you leave on your own terms. This isn't goodbye. It's just the end of one fight and the beginning of another."
I wouldn't be mad if I never see Terence fight again. The way he performed, getting ready to be 38, I think, in a few days. Man, what better way to go out? What better way to tell the game goodbye? What better way?
Those who followed Crawford's career closely believe this decision goes far beyond a simple retirement. It's about preserving his health, his peace, and a flawless legacy. Crawford retires with a perfect 42-0 record, including 31 knockouts, and was never knocked down even once as a professional. Even more astonishing, not a single judge ever officially scored a fight in favor of one of his opponents across his entire career. Fans have reacted with shock, admiration, and disbelief, as the boxing world struggles to process the loss of a once-in-a-generation talent.
Gonna fight. I was arguing with Max on the way to the venue about Boots Ennis. Nah, we don't go fight Canelo and then go back and fight Boots Ennis. I saw a report today, somebody was talking about him going up to light heavyweight. Nah, we don't go up to light heavyweight. We just went up 3 weight classes since the Spence fight in 2 weight classes.
Social media immediately erupted with emotion. One fan wrote, "Undefeated, undisputed, and gone before anyone could touch him. That's how legends exit." Another added, "Enjoy your rest, champ. You earned it." Still, skepticism remains. Some fans believe this is leverage, not retirement. One comment read, "That Canelo check just cleared. He'll be back when they offer $100 million. Another wrote, "He doesn't want the rematch. Canelo will come back healthy." Given boxing's long history of retirements followed by comebacks, the doubts are understandable.
Specifics, if you watch my channel, you know what I'm talking about. Last week I said that, there was going to be some big news come down the pipe. When you hear it, you guys will know. Terence Bud Crawford has officially announced his retirement via his social media platforms. So, and it's a great thing. He left on top.
The timing of Crawford's announcement has fueled even more questions, especially with several massive fights still available. Just last week, Canelo's trainer Eddie Reynoso publicly said they wanted a rematch in September 2026. There were also talks of Crawford moving up again for legacy fights and rumors of him headlining a massive Riyadh season event in early 2026. Walking away now feels almost too sudden.
Close to him, pretty much knew that Canelo was going to be the last fight. He was pretty much done. There's nothing else more to accomplish. You proved all of your haters wrong. Everyone who hated on you all the way to 42-0. And you proved everybody, who believed in you, you proved them right. And
promoter Turki Alashik, who helped make the Canelo fight possible with record-breaking purses, is reportedly less than thrilled. Sources say significant investments were made to elevate Crawford into a global superstar through major cards in 2024 and 2025. Now, just as Crawford reached household name status, he steps away. Adding to the speculation, Crawford's coach Bernie Davis reportedly stated that any comeback would require exactly $100 million, not $75, not $90, a flat $100 million. If it's not that, he allegedly said, then what's the point?
Terence Crawford, walking away as a great with nothing else left to prove. He's actually attached a YouTube video. In this video, he is receiving the key to the city. He's on the stage. He's thanking everybody that brought him to where he was in boxing. Bo McIntyre, Shakur Stevenson, everyone around him in his team. "I'm #1 pound for pound. I'm 3 times undisputed. I'm 5-division champion."
That statement alone has convinced many insiders that this retirement could be a calculated negotiating move. However, those closest to Crawford insist this time is different. They point to the fact that he's leaving with his record untouched, his health intact, and his legacy secure, something extremely rare in boxing. His retirement also reopens old wounds, particularly unfinished rivalries. The biggest is Errol Spence Jr., whom Crawford dismantled in their 2023 showdown, winning by 9th round TKO.
I hear you. And the final question, Terence Crawford just announced his retirement. What are your thoughts on this? Is this for real? What do you think? The GOAT is retired.
Listen, man, I don't think Terence is playing. Listen, he's a serious man. He's given the game so much. Congratulations to you, Terence Crawford, bro. Whatever you want to do.
Spence had the contractual right to a rematch, but it never materialized despite months of negotiations. While Spence hasn't publicly reacted to Crawford's retirement, some believe he may feel relief. He hasn't fought since that loss and has dealt with serious eye injuries requiring surgery. There's also the lingering question of fighters like David Benavidez, whom many believe could have posed a real threat. Critics argue Crawford is leaving just as a dangerous new generation was rising.
I think you deserve it. You know, you blessed us with many great fights, bro. You know, at the end of the day, your accolades will never be replicated, brother. And you know, you finally got your just due. So respect to you, man, and enjoy life outside of the ring.
But if you had to make a bet, does he come back?
I don't think so.
Some criticism has been harsh. One analyst wrote, Crawford saw Benavidez and Morrell coming and got out early. That's calculated. Another added, beating a compromised Canelo doesn't make you the greatest. Real legends fight everyone. But supporters fired back, pointing out Crawford unified divisions, moved up in weight and beat every opponent placed in front of him over a 17-year career. Perhaps the most overlooked impact of Crawford's retirement is what it means for the super middleweight division. With Crawford gone, all 4 major titles are now vacant, opening the door for new contenders. Many fans see this as a positive shift after years of stagnation. Crawford's jump up to face Canelo was controversial at the time and highlighted how broken the division had become. Now, younger fighters finally have a clear path to the throne.
I got a couple more questions, but you voiced you don't know how many fights that you actually got left. How does Terence Crawford know when it's time to hang it up?
When I want to. You know, I'm going to retire from boxing before I let boxing retire me. You know, I always said.
Crawford also addressed his critics directly in his farewell. I want to thank my haters, my critics, and every opponent who pushed me, he said. You made me better. You made me sharper. You made me legendary. He went on to thank his team, his city of Omaha, and especially his family. Sources say family played a massive role in his decision. Crawford reportedly wants to be present for his children after missing countless birthdays and holidays throughout his career.
Oh, Mac, you've been training Crawford for years. Is he retired or is he going to keep fighting?
He just got to take a break.
Is Terence Crawford retired or is he going to keep fighting?
Oh, he's going to keep fighting.
He's going to keep fighting?
Yeah.
You're the man. Be man. Hey, congratulations. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to retire on my own terms, and I'm going to feel good because everything that I did it my way.
That reasoning resonates with fans who have seen too many legends stay too long and suffer devastating endings. Crawford's choice represents maturity rarely seen in boxing. Analyst Max Kellerman reportedly summed it up perfectly, saying fighters from this era will always say, "You weren't beating that guy." Crawford's switch hitting, power from both stances, and elite boxing IQ made him seem untouchable. Still, others have pointed out that his 2024 fight with Israel Madrimov was far closer than the scorecard suggested.
In a journey, I remember, like it was yesterday, I went to quit boxing, and I'm like, man, boxing. And to the point where I didn't enjoy it no more, I didn't love it no more, and Bomac, you know, he always, hey, don't worry about it, man, just keep going. It's gonna all pay off one day.
The biggest question now remains unanswered. Is this retirement permanent, or will the right offer bring Crawford back? History suggests skepticism, with legends like Mayweather, Leonard, and Foreman all returning after retirement. But something about Crawford's tone felt different. The peace in his voice, the lack of bitterness, and his focus on leaving on his own terms suggest this may truly be the end.
Bernard, Dr. Conroy, Steven, Paulina, Shakur, Mac, I want to thank Red, Saul, Chad, Denise, I want to thank Julie, I want to thank Jessica, Ish, most importantly, my brother.
For now, the boxing world must accept that one of its greatest talents has chosen to walk away at 38 with his legacy intact. Whether his greatness would have grown even more with rematches or new challenges will be debated for decades. What's certain is that Crawford earned the right to choose peace over punishment. And for fans, all that's left is appreciation for a career that may never be replicated.
I know the haters are mad. I know Flo had said somewhere like, God damn, he had to lose. I needed him to lose. Go try to be undisputed one more time. Yeah. The haters mad. Oh, he's ducking the Canelo rematch.